ran to the plate. I saw him standing there, sad look in his eye. The kids ran to the playground, but each one passed him by. He was just a new kid here, but then I saw his face. My mama's words raced through my mind. It was like I heard her saying, be a good deed doer and do it every day. One kind deed will go so far to make this world a better place. Be a good deed doer and you may be surprised. Doing good to others makes you feel so good inside. Up to him, I said, what's your name? His eyes began to sparkle and a smile crossed his face. He's not a stranger anymore, now he is my friend. My life has been better, all because my mama said, be a good deed doer and do it every day. One kind deed will go so far to make this world a better place. Be a good deed doer and you may be surprised. Doing good to others makes you feel so good inside.
There we go. It's question and answer day. We better get after it, don't you think? And my page is printed on the back. I don't know why all of a sudden it just tries to do that. I guess there was an update and I got to go back in and fix something. Anyway, folks, it's Good Deed Doer Day. Let's do some good stuff around. Let's start, as Leanne says, let's breach. Think about something. She's going to talk about it at 1 o'clock, and we've been discussing it this morning. She says we've got to breach. The men aren't making things happen. Mostly men in the government. The men are not making things happen. So it's up to the mommies of the world, the women of the world, to take care of this situation. So if your kid is out riding and looting and doing those things, you need to have a little come to Jesus talk with them. Yep, you need to have the little talk with them. And do you know where your child is? Everybody on that street that's doing bad things in Seattle, they have mommies. And it's up to the mommies. It's up to the mommies. So Leanne's going to talk about it in greater detail. We're going to answer some questions today. Are you ready? First question. Yeah, black is one of my favorite colors. How do I deep clean bathtub tiles with a little mold on grout and cloudy shower doors? Well, you need to be careful if you're going to use some chemical. You need a respirator, you need the windows open, you need a fan blowing, you need a mask. You need to be careful with chemicals. But here's a fun way to clean your tub tiles. It's called a rubber scrubber. Folks, it's a rubber scrubber. This will clean grout like crazy. This will clean grout. And a purple rag. And the thing about the grout and the soap film on your doors and things, it's soap. Soap is soap is soap is soap. So put a purple rag. Pink rags are still on sale. $10 for a pack of 12. These are on sale and in the fly shop. Keep one in your shower and just do a little section. Now, Leanne and I, we were at Leanne's house yesterday, and she's living in a house that was built in I guess, 80s or 90s, and somebody has used Murphy's oil soap on her floors, and they're the stickiest floors you have ever seen. I mean, she just complains the whole time about her sticky floors. Well, you know what we did last night? We got through washing the dishes, and I said, let's try something. I said, I'm tired of hearing you whine about these floors. Let's see if we can do something to get these floors, this sticky, oily substance that's seeping up from the floors. Let's see if we can do something about it. You know what we did? We put some Dawn down on the floor. We took a dirty purple rag, and with our foot, we did a 3-foot square. We just did a 3-foot square. Now, this is what I want you to do in your shower. You just do a little area at a time, and scrub it with your Brahma scrubber and your pink rag or purple rag, and you will be surprised at how, after a week, you'll have your whole shower clean, and you haven't had to go in there using chemicals to get it clean. So a little Dawn dishwashing liquid, and it was this new stuff that's it makes a foam and you put it out. And wow, it was amazing. We ended up doing the whole kitchen floor. But every floor in her house has this stuff on it. So is she going to go crazy and do every floor in her house? No, she's going to take it by zones, and she's going to do one room at a time. And by the end of the summer, she'll have all that stuff off her floors. She'll have it done. But the kitchen, and she's in the kitchen a lot, the kitchen looks and feels wonderful. How is it this morning, Leanne? Did it come back overnight? Did it come back overnight? She'll tell us in a minute. She'll tell us in a minute. So using a purple rag, and mold grows in situations where there is no air flowing. So get a little fan and blow some air in your bathroom. Allow the shower to dry after you get out of it, and then put the curtain back. But you need airflow in there. You need airflow in that bathroom. The Dawn and vinegar mix sounds like a good idea. What is somebody saying? Please stay away from Cozy. Please research them. We've been partners with Cozy for 10 years. So don't say anything bad about Cozy. Nope. Cozy is a calendar, a digital calendar. So don't go there. No. We knew the startup people. Leanne and I went out to Seattle and get our ducks in a row with them. Okay, here we go. Next question. But the grout gets moldy because you don't have airflow in your bathroom. Next question. I have read it's good to let your bed air out when you get up in the mornings and not immediately make it up. What are your thoughts? I think it's pooey. Unless you're dripping in sweat when you get up in the morning. No. And you have to come up with a specific time. If you want to do that, then you've got to factor it in. You have got to factor it in to your daily routine. But we wash our sheets every week, and unless you are waking up in now menopausal age, and I'm past that, thank the Lord. Menopausal age, you sometimes wake up with sweats. But you'll be good. If you want to leave your covers thrown back, that's up to you. I'm not going to tell you what to do. But when your feet hit the floor, if you'll make the bed, your life is going to be a whole lot better. Number 3, honed marble hallway floor and damp mop to clean it. Should I hire someone to recaulk the floor? I don't know. Why would you need to recaulk it? I don't know why. I don't understand that. There are YouTube videos that can teach you how to do stuff. If the caulk has discolored in some way and you don't like that, that's your personal preference. But personally, I like a darker caulk. It looks lived in, and you don't have to keep it perfect if it's white. When your house isn't brand new and you cleaned, but items are old looking, how do you make it look nice? You're letting your perfectionism go wild. Now, homes, if they're clean, it doesn't matter if the furniture's old. It doesn't matter. It does not matter if the furniture is old, if your house is clean. So stop being a perfectionist. And if you want to replace something, say you want to replace a couch, then you put that on your radar and you'll find a couch. You'll see a couch that you want to use. And then you can upgrade one thing at a time. But don't try to do it all at once. That's not going to happen. Not right now with this economy. No. You just have to baby step. Find one thing you want to replace and deal with it. And be thankful you have a house that isn't brand new, because older houses are built better. They are. Okay, I don't know what time zone you're in when it's noon for somebody and it's 12:20 here. What's the best way to get pet fur out of the carpet in a van? I'd use this thing. And you can take the handle off of it. And this unscrews right here. So you can take the handle off of it. And it'll get under. It'll work. This thing gets pet hair up you didn't even know was there. Now, there are things with your furniture. You can buy some slip covers to go over things to make things like a white linen or something, but I would never do that. But you can buy some slip covers that will change the whole look of your living room. You just have to match the style of your couch to the slip cover you buy. And you get these little sticks that go in and hold everything in place. But another way to get rid of pet hair is this, a rubber scrubber. It does a great job. I use it on my couch just about every day to get pet hair off my couch. This is a good tool. Now, we have some sales going on, and you can use Clean 25 to get a 25% discount. I just put it in and put things in your cart, you know? If it's an item that can get that discount, because things that are already deeply discounted, you're not going to get a deeper discount with that code. How can I get the grease spots on a shirt after an Italian dinner? I've tried, and Dawn, let's see. I've tried Powder and Dawn. Well, you're probably not going to get it out, but I have had some success with these OxyClean little pods. And instead of putting one in the washing machine, I have put 2. And it has taken spots out of shirts that I didn't think I could ever get out. OxyClean. And it does a wonderful job. Now, in a last resort, you just get some olive oil and put it all over the front of the shirt and let it set for a while and then wash it. and then it's all the same color again instead of having an oily spot. Ask me how I know. Okay, I did that one. We'll flip the page over. How do you organize your kitchen? You stand in your kitchen and you figure out where you're going to use something. You know, where it's going to be your wet zone. Your wet zone by your kitchen sink, where you need water, your dishwasher's usually there. You zone your kitchen. Wet zone, mixing zone, cooking zone. Think about it in a logical standpoint. From a logical standpoint. If I'm going to be at my kitchen sink, that's where I'm going to put dishes in the dishwasher. That's where I need my dishwashing liquid. That's where I need my just dish liquid. Right there. It's in the wet zone. You got a cooking zone. When you're cooking, you're cutting things. You need your cutting boards there. You need your pots and pans there. You need skillets and things there. Your cooking zone. You have a mixing zone. You have a place where I keep all my pantry items, my flour, sugar, meal, everything is in this drawer by my mixing zone. My mixer is by my mixing zone. So is my food processor goes there when I'm using it, but I have a counter that I move those things from as I use them, so they're not out in front of me all the time. So have a coffee making zone. Somebody reminded me of that. Where do you make your coffee? Have a coffee station. It's just real simple. Think about the areas of your kitchen, and when you first move in, you need to put things places, and then as you use your kitchen, you're going to move things around. Yeah? You need knives where you cut up food. You need silverware where you set the table. You need plates and glasses where you get water and coffee and mugs. So it's a common sense sort of thing. You don't want to have to take a dozen steps to go get a coffee cup. If your coffee, at Leanne's house, she's got her coffee maker at the end of the counter, away from where she does her work and stuff. She has a hydration station even. She was telling me about that last night. How she sets herself up for staying hydrated during the day. When she finishes her dishes at night, she sets up her hydration station. In the morning, she makes her coffee. She does her 4-minute workout. Her coffee mugs are not out for everybody to see. She has a drawer. She has her favorite coffee mugs in. So it's easy. You think about where things are. And you can move things around if it doesn't work. It's not like they're in concrete. You just have to try it. It's trial and error until you find what works for you. When I helped Leanne move in, we just put things places, and as she started using them, she moved things around. Where do you put your prescription medicines? Mine, I keep my blood pressure medicine right by my chair. I have a system. I get up in the morning, I turn the bottle upright. When I take my blood pressure medicine at 9 o'clock at night, I have an alarm on my phone that reminds me to take it. I flip the bottle upside down. I get up in the morning. If the bottle is right side up in the morning, I know I forgot to take my medicine. So drink up, y'all. So there's no certain way, everything, you have to know how you use your kitchen. You just have to know it. Emily and Justin's kitchen's a little bit different from mine. It's a little galley kitchen. Mine is a big L-shaped 10-butt kitchen. Leanne's is a sort of a galley kitchen. And when we get through eating dinner at her house, I run the guys off. Leanne runs them off too, because hers is a two-butt kitchen. Two-butt kitchen. I stand at the sink and move the dishes through into the dishwasher. She puts things away. She's at the refrigerator putting things away, handing me stuff. We have a system. But it's a two-butt kitchen. Next question. Are the purple and silver rags for specific things, or can you use either of them for anything? Yes, it's the last. You can use either of them for anything. I like to use my purple rags in my kitchen because I like to wash dishes with them and bleed the purple out of them until they're just good and not old, but they're not going to turn things purple. If you've got a white countertop, don't use a new purple rag on it. But you can wash dishes with it, and the sink water will get purple, and then you let it dry, and then do it again, and after 3 or 4 days of washing dishes with the same purple rag, yeah, and I squeeze it out real good and put hot water on it and let it dry. So, yep, and the pink rags are the same fabric as the purple and the silver rags. Yeah, it's really good. And the pink rags are on sale right now. $10 for a pack of 12. What home blessing routines should I give my 10-year-old over the summer break? The same ones you give them over when they're in school. They need to keep their bedroom clean. They need to help do their laundry. My son started doing his laundry when he was 9 years old because I didn't do it to suit him. He had 3 pair of jeans. We couldn't afford much more. 3 pair of jeans. 3. And I wouldn't get his laundry done to suit him. So after 2 days, he would wash a load of laundry. And his laundry would be folded and ready to go. So give your children things that they should do, like taking the trash out every day. That's a good thing. Helping you empty the dishwasher, helping you fill the dishwasher, taking their plates. I got coffee going the wrong way. Taking their plates to the kitchen. Yeah, if you have a sink full of hot soapy water, and the main thing, when you fill a sink full of hot soapy water, don't put knives in your sink. Don't put knives in your sink. One of the guys did that last night. I said, somebody's messed up. No knives in the, I don't care if they are steak knives. No knives in the sink. Because when my husband sharpens a knife, you know it's been sharpened. And just moving it with your hand can cut you bad. So they need routines too. We have a kids control journal that's free. It comes out in the flight plan every single day. Every single day. Download the student control journal, and your life, you give your kids the student control journal. Put their routines on a note card and laminate it. Put it in a sheet protector. Hang it on their bathroom mirror so they can see what needs to be done. Yeah, I was running late this morning. How much bigger? See, the pink rags, get this, folks. The pink rags came about because a Flybaby said that the purple rag is too big. So she cut a purple rag into 4 pieces. So 1 purple rag makes 4 pink rags. And you get 3 purple rags in a bag. That's why we call them rags in a bag. And we got to thinking about that, so we came up with a new color, pink, and we had them cut into 4 pieces, and they're selvaged all the way around. All the way around, they're selvaged, and they fit in your purse nicely. We have turned them into putting alcohol in a bag with them. And when we couldn't find hand sanitizer during this pandemic, I started saying ugly words. Darn pandemic. We need to get stocked up again. Get your pink rags because, it's breaking free again. It's what the market's telling us today. Everybody's scared to death again. But I'm not locking down anymore. I am not locking down. I'm not happy. Your children need routines to keep their bedroom clean. On the weekends, we don't have missions, but every day, Rebecca gives the kids a mission to do. But kids need to be responsible in their own home, too. They need to learn. Even 4-year-olds can do things. They can make their bed. Yeah, 4-year-olds can make a bed. I've seen a 4-year-old do it. We have a video of it, of Mikey when he was 4. He made his bed. Was it perfect? No. But he made it. He pulled the covers up, and you can teach your children how to make their bed while they're still in it. Pull the covers up to their chinny chin chin, do a snow angel, do a snow angel, and get the covers straight, and then slide out the side, and their bed is made. And it doesn't have to be perfect. If you're fussing about the way the kid has made their own bed, you're not a good mommy. You're not a good mommy. Because that's one way to keep your kid from ever making their bed again. How often should I clean out my refrigerator? Every Wednesday is anti-procrastination day. That's the day we clean out our refrigerators. That's the day we make our grocery list. So you can do it on Tuesday too. Whatever your day is, your trash day is a good day to clean out your refrigerator. But if you haven't done it by Wednesday, you need to do it today. Because today's Thursday. So go clean out your refrigerator now. Don't wait. Take inventory of what needs to be cooked and cook it. Cook it. And put the trash in. My granny always said, anything that goes in the trash from your refrigerator is wasted dollars. Wasted dollars. So use everything. Justin did the same thing. He used to sleep on top of his cover so he didn't have to make the bed. He'd still do that, I believe. I'm on a tight budget, and I'd like to start a keto diet. Do you have any cheap meal ideas? It seems like eating unhealthy is so much cheaper. Keto is not expensive. You're eliminating carbs, so you don't now have to buy potatoes, you don't buy rice, you don't buy anything like that. You have a little piece of meat, you have some bone broth, you have some green leafy vegetables. Green leafy vegetables, a tub of spinach, a head of lettuce. The darker the greens, the better. But it's not expensive. A little piece of fish like this. If you get a salmon fillet at the grocery store, that will be 4 meals. That will be 4 meals. Because we eat way too much. Now, rice and potatoes, they're all cheap, yeah. When I'm in cooking for a pandemic, yeah, I went nuts. Cooking comfort food. But comfort food isn't necessarily good food for your body. So let's be prepared for the pandemic. If it rears its ugly head again, let's be prepared by having good, healthy foods in our refrigerator. Last night, we had cauliflower. We had cauliflower risotto. And it was to die for. A head of cauliflower doesn't cost anything. it costs more in the time it takes to chop it up. Or you can get frozen prepared cauliflower rice. And Leanne stirred it around in a pan, and she gave me a spoon of it to taste it, see what it needs. I said, needs a little bone broth in it, just a big old spoon of bone broth. She put some Parmesan cheese in it, and we had, that was better than the steak. Believe it or not, I was craving that. Leanne says it. Comfort food can be inflammatory. So let's eliminate the starches, the rice, the flours, all the white stuffs, the sugars, and the potatoes. Let's eliminate that and eat green leafy vegetables. And that means Brussels sprouts and cabbage. You know, cabbage is cheap. You can stir fry cabbage with a little bacon and that's nirvana. It's nirvana. So, keto does not need to be expensive. Taking chicken bones and making your own bone broth, that is cheap. It's cheap. Go to the store and get some chicken paws. And put them in your one pot and make you the most beautiful chicken broth you have ever seen. Save your bones from your baked chicken. Save your bones. Put them in your stock pot with some of those veggies you didn't eat this week and make bone broth. I love fried cabbage. Absolutely adore it. I will never boil a cabbage again. In fact, when I used to put hunks of cabbage on top of my pot roast, I don't do that anymore because I don't like the smell of it. But you put some bacon in a skillet and chop up some 1-inch size pieces of cabbage and stir fry that stuff around. Oh my goodness. It's amazing. And I made it for Robert the other day because he doesn't like steamed cabbage very well. And so I just stir fried it instead of steaming it. Well, that's what chicken paws is what they're called. Well, this was fake. This is faux risotto, what we had last night. Faux risotto. Okay. So just a little piece of meat and green leafy vegetables. You're good to go. A cup of soup, a cup of bone broth with some spinach in the bottom of it. Cilantro in the bottom of it. Yum. Oregano cut up some herbs from your garden. Roast cabbage steaks are good too. Somebody's driving up my driveway. Nope, it's Robert. He's in the gator. We came home last night. This is a funny story. Last night, yesterday afternoon, Justin calls about 5 o'clock on his way home from work. He says, Mom, I know you're going up to Leanne's for dinner. You might ought to put the chainsaw in the trunk. And I said, why? And he said, well, we got some storms popping up and you might have to chainsaw your way home. And we went home in a rainstorm. We got 2.5 inches of rain, and I think it came down all at once. We got to the end of our driveway coming home, right by our mailbox, and there was a huge limb across the driveway, and it's pouring down rain. Not bad, but it's raining. And Robert looks at me, and he said, and I hadn't known, Justin told me to tell Robert to put the chainsaw in the car, and I hadn't known he had done it till we were at Leanne's. And so he got out, got the chainsaw, and we cleaned it out big enough, open enough that we could get up the driveway to get back in the house. Now, we could have walked up the driveway. That's not a big deal. But it was funny. He said, Mom, Justin said this morning, he said, Mom, I didn't have a premonition like you do. He just said, I just looked at the radar and saw this stuff popping up, and I thought it might be a good idea for you. And sure enough, it came in handy. Came in handy. But he came up this morning. He has a long pole saw that Robert got him. And he brought his long pole saw because it was hanging. The limb had just broken off, and it was just hanging. And we got the majority of it so we could get up the driveway. And Justin finished cutting it. Okay, next question. That one's done. I've only got 3 questions left, y'all. I have really bad arthritis some days, and I feel like doing nothing. Do you have any tips to help me get through to accomplish something? I'm going to tell you, if you go keto with us in the hot melt sprint and get rid of some of this inflammation, it's going to help your arthritis like you would not believe. Now, this week I've been doing keto. Guess what? I have this finger that sometimes locks up. It's weird. It'll just lock in place. I've been doing keto all week, taking my supplements, and my finger hasn't locked up a single time this week. Not a single time. I believe in this hot melt sprint. I believe in it with all my heart. Somebody's saying that August is a weird month. Let me get my calendar out. Somebody's wanting the zones for August. That's May, June. August is 2 months away, y'all. Why are you worried about August right now? Now, when a month starts on a Saturday on the 1st, it is a weird month. And it's rare that happens. But we usually we'll do, like the first couple of days of the week will be zone 1. That's the way Rebecca does it. And then the rest of the week is zone 2. Because we got zone 1 right here. And then this is zone 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll start out this week in zone 1 again. But we have an algorithm for this that Michael has set up for us. But it works. We just do an extra mission on Monday or Tuesday for zone 1. And then we do the rest of the week in zone 2. Now, July starts in the middle of the week. June, we started on a Sunday, I believe. The first was on a Sunday, but I'm not. Let me pull it up here. No, June started on a Monday. I don't say this word often, but that's a perfect zone 1. We had a whole week. Zone 2 right now, zone 3, zone 4, and we'll have 2 days in zone 5 right here. So zone 5 and zone 1 are usually in the same week. So when you don't feel good, you have to pace yourself. So you got to drink your water. You got to keep, the Tin Man, his joints on the Wizard of Oz, and this was with Clue on our game we played last night. But his joints would freeze up. And he'd have to carry an oil can around with him. You know what your oil can is? It's the Hot Melt Sprint. It's the best oil can you can use to get rid of this inflammation in your joints. I have a sister with rheumatoid arthritis. I had a mother with rheumatoid arthritis. You gotta quit eating the nightshades. The calendar the calendar does not have zones printed on it. It's a plain calendar, but you get the sticker kit and you can pick out your zones. And I tell you in your flight plan, your sneak peek of the week, what your zones are. On Saturday night at 6 o'clock, you'll get, can you use any kind of bones for the bone broth? I like beef bones better than I like chicken bones, but I do both. I do both and make beautiful broths. So eliminate sugar, eliminate starches, and you're going to get rid of some of this inflammation. You really are. And start getting some calcium, magnesium, your vitamin D in it, CoQ10, the B complex. You start putting these in your body, you're going to start feeling better. And the reason you have rheumatoid arthritis has to do with inflammation. Inflammation. Try it. What do you got to lose? What have you got to lose? I mean, the deal we have on this Core 4 stuff, this Core 4 supplements, is an amazing bargain. Let me pull it up on the website and tell you how much it is. Go to all tools. $59. $59 for these Core 4 supplements that will last you a month. That's your copay, having to go to the doctor. That's your copay. Try it. Eat less inflammatory things, little pieces of meat, green leafy vegetables. We got gardens coming in. Eat those greens. Go to the farmer's market and buy some beautiful greens. Buy a tub of spinach. Buy a tub of other greens. The darker the better. And you're going to start feeling better. You really are. And when you have a bad day, like it's raining all the time, set your timer, get up and do 2 minutes. Don't push yourself too hard. Don't push yourself too hard. Take it easy on yourself. Listen to your body. But you've got to put some good things in your body. You got to put some good things in your body. You got to drink your water. And you've got to stay hydrated. So keep a water bottle with you all the time. Leanne's doing a webinar, so go get registered. How often do you dust picture frames and knickknacks? Every time I dust. I'm running a feather duster. I do it every time I dust. Every time. Every time. Because it doesn't take much to do that. You see? And dust is gone. Dust is gone. Okay, next question. This is a toughie. My mother-in-law moved in to our spare bedroom. I peeked in the other day and it is so cluttered and it overwhelms me. Should I bring it to her attention? No. Why do you want to? If she needs help with something, you can offer to give her help. If she wants you to come in there and clean once a week, offer to do that. But things have to be put away. You know how it is if you hire a housekeeper. She's overwhelmed from the move. She probably doesn't have a place to put her stuff. Get her some organizational tools. Clean out the closet and help her. But don't tell her, your room's cluttered. You got to get your room clean like you would a teenage child. And I use that oxymoron right there. Teenagers refuse to do that. Do you think your mother's going to get your mother-in-law? You telling your mother-in-law to clean her room? How's that going to go over? How is that going to go over? You're just asking for strife in your family. Stop it. Let go of your perfectionism. Sit down and have tea with her and offer to help. Mom, is there anything I can do to help you to get more organized in your room? I know it's been such a change, but is there something we need to buy to put in the closet that's going to help you? Do it. Offer to, get her a new bedspread or something that she likes. Take her shopping now that you can get out. But you got to be careful because COVID's still around. Darn COVID. I'm sick of this stuff. I'm sick of this virus. I want it gone right now, and we got to pray for it to go away. But you got to be kind. Mom, can I help you? Can I run the vacuum in your room so you don't have to? Now, I got the vacuum cleaner. I got the carpet sweeper out. Can I run the carpet sweeper in your room? And she'll pick up and put things away. I got my feather duster out. Can I come in and dust? Try it. You'll be surprised. Be kind. Don't complain. And do this with your children too. Don't whine. Be kind. Be loving. You can do this. And all it takes is a simple, I'm so glad you moved in with us. I know it's hard on everybody. I know it's been hard on you to move. What can I do to help you? What can I do to help you? That's our heart. But if she moved from her house to your bedroom, your extra bedroom, that's shock. That is shock. Shock to her system. So she may need some organizational tools. Go to some yard sales and look for some things she might need. Let her go with you. But if you bring something new in, you got to get rid of something old. Unless you don't have that sort of thing. Well, folks, we gone through our questions. Look at us. We did good. Leanne's going to be on at 1 o'clock. She's going to be talking about breeches. Yep. Breeches. I thought of another one, Leanne. I thought of another one. Breech birth. Breech. We were talking about, we were just throwing ideas around. A whale comes up and breaks the surface. That's a breach. But guess what? It's also a warning. And it's going to take the mamas of the world to straighten things out. Because we are tired of this. We're tired of our babies being hurt. We're tired of it. We're tired of this world being a place where nobody wants to love each other anymore. So let's take care of things. Let's open up the conversation. And it's more than conversation, y'all. It's actions. It's actions. And I saw an action a while ago on Facebook, and I shared it with Leanne. But I shared it with everybody too. This young black family, a mom and a brand new driving 16-year-old. There's nothing scarier for a mom than your kid to just get their license. It doesn't matter if they're 16. It doesn't matter if they're black or white. It's a scary thing. And so they're sitting in this oil changing place. And there's a police officer there. He's getting his oil changed too. And they're all sitting in the same room or sitting outside or something. And the mother started up a conversation with this police officer. How can I keep my son safe? What can I tell him? Can you help me to keep him safe so that he won't get hurt? And you know what? The police officer and the mommy and the 16-year-old talked. They exchanged phone numbers. The mother stepped out of her fear of somebody hurting her child and said, "Can you help me?" And that's what police officers do. They help people. They help people. So it doesn't matter if your son is black or white, yellow, green, whatever. Parents, when your kids get their driver's license, it's a scary thing. It's a scary thing. And we got to open up the conversation. We've got to open up the conversation. Now, my husband used to be a judge. For 20 years, he was a judge. And a lot of the Hispanic families, when they immigrated to the United States, I don't care whether it was a legal or illegal immigration, we have a lot of Hispanics in our communities. But in Mexico, the police are not good. They're part of the cartels a lot of times. And when they had an accident, they would run. So when they come to the United States and they have an accident, they don't know to stick around. And they run. So there had to be a conversation to not hit and run, they had to come up with things. Everybody wants law and order, y'all. We do not want to live in the wild, wild west where we're all gun-toting and you have gunfights in the street. We do not want to go back to that. We do not want to go back to that. Well, somebody's complaining that I hadn't put a podcast up since May the 28th. I apologize for that. The reason I haven't is because the world went to hell in a handbasket. Yeah, I hadn't done it yet, and I probably need to go in and do some more, and I will start them back up. But it's just been trying to keep our heads above water, y'all. Sometimes I can only do one or two things. Getting it on YouTube was great. I'll get back started. Thanks for the reminder. Well, y'all have a great rest of the day. Listen to Leanne at 1 o'clock. She's going to tell you all about her webinar that she's doing. It's real easy. Go to savingdinner.com/webinar to get signed up. That's the address that she uses for all of her webinars. And if you want to jump in with the sprint or do the sprint next week to get rid of some inflammation in your body, I just can't believe